Alright guys, welcome back to some more MWO comp action. It is myself, well just call me Ash, and I have Mr. Daidachi back with me again. You still awake, mate?
Barely clinging on. It's like 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. It feels it's 8 o'clock in the morning now for me, and I'm veering in fast. I'm not sure I'm going to be awake much more than about 4 more hours, and I'm going back to bed. So we have today, for next match up, we have Loot versus 5DJ. JD, sorry. Oh, I'm going to get that wrong again, even though I said I wasn't. The Jaguar Dragoons. So let's get them ready to hit the map ban. And then we will get into all of the action, work out what maps we're doing, have a look at some map strats, and yeah, all that kind of fun stuff. And also, we're actually on to the best of fives now as well. Getting to the
So, just letting
end.
everyone know, obviously we've got this match, and then immediately afterwards, probably starting up around, while we're still going. So, when that happens, the match will launch. Con will be shoutcasting over on Leagues 2 GNX versus Jaguar Guards.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I was trying not to yawn in the middle of
Yeah,
talking.
I'm doing exactly the same. I was doing the same thing as you were. Just please don't yawn. Please don't yawn. Please don't yawn. Oh dear. To be Australian and casting matches start in European primetime. Literally opposite sides of the world. So let's have these guys get these bands started. Pin guys. Get these guys started on the map bands and work out what we're going to do. I'm going best of 5, could be all maps. So at least 4 of them, maybe 5 of them, maybe 3 of them. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to play out exactly. I can tell you Loot has done 2 practices, I think, the entire time. So not a lot. Whereas the Jaguar Dragoons have been practicing a little bit more regularly. Now will outright skill trump lots of practice? Not.
Well, do you remember Eon's motto? What it used to be? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
That is true.
I
That is
think
very true. It's very true.
there's something to that, but by the same token, there's got to be a baseline level of skill involved as well.
Yep, you could definitely say the baseline skill of the Loot team would definitely be higher than the Dragoons overall. But again, you guys have been practicing pretty hard, and are they going to bring some special stuff out for the final series or not? I think it was 2-0 or 3-0 over the course of the comp queue, which is almost a month ago now when you think about it.
Well, I mean, we can
week.
talk about the maps at least because each Loot's picked their 2 maps.
Right, we're off and running.
Yep. So HPG map 1, Polar map 2, Mining map 3, Tourmaline map 4, and then if it goes to a tiebreaker, Canyon.
Ooh. HPG first. Now that is interesting. We haven't seen a lot of HPG. I actually think it's a really good map. But we haven't really seen it. Just marking down who's what. Tiny. Tourmaline 4th, okay. And Polar 2nd. This is interesting. These are quite interesting choices, actually. Okay, the sides are being picked now. Down. Okay, so we've got Jaguar Dragoons on team 1 for HPG. Loot on team 1 for Polar. Loot on team 1 for Mining. And team 1 for Tourmaline. And what do we get for Kenyon? Team 1 is going to be Jag Dragoons. Okay, cool.
So yeah, you get some team swapping to have to deal with now.
Yep. Well, I already swapped out the first bunch, so that's good. Now let's go then to some map strat for HPG while these guys get into lobbies and all that sort of stuff and sort their shit out.
I actually wonder. I don't think HPGs has been updated yet, has it?
What's that? Sorry.
I don't think HPG's been updated yet, has it?
Oh. No. I don't think it has actually the mini map. Yay. Right. So map tool is a little bit out of date here, I think, by the look of it. I can't quite see. A bridge over D5 or not? I can't tell. No. It's got the ramps there. No, C7 ramps. Maybe it's the older one. It's the version before the current version where there was some extra ramps added by Mr. Francois. That's PGI, I think. Yeah, I think that's what's happened. It's the first iteration, not the second iteration. Okay, cool. That works.
Yeah, honestly, man, like I don't have a lot of experience on HPG. I've played on it once since the map got updated because work and stupid hours.
Okay. Well, what do we have here? We have Jag Dragoons on team 1. All right. So, I mean, we're going to see some mix in the high ground areas around. Yeah. Now, how many? It's hard to say. 3 or 4. See the same thing from the loot side, somewhere around here. Around here. I think there's some extra cover here as well. Somewhere around this department with the added bridges, and there are also, which don't show up, extra both sides now. So that also makes a little bit of a difference. But I would imagine that Theta is going to be the obviously attention point, as it always is on HPG, especially mainly because of these satellite caps. You've got Sigma, Kappa, Epsi, and Gamma, which are quite well satellited out on the outside of it. The only thing that I would say that the high ground for DC, the high ground for sort of D6 can't deny the Gamma cap, whereas the E5, or if you've got a mech in D3, can potentially deny the Kappa cap. So that's probably the only sort of the two differences between both sides. I mean, you can do a little bit of C5 to Epsi here, but F4 can actually position reasonably easy onto Sigma. But it's this cap up here from the team 1 side that's a little bit difficult to deny if you're really high up on the wall. And if I rub that out the whole lot, even if you've got a mech up sort of in this area too, you've got this little corner which just sort of shields right across that Gamma cap point. So can definitely be a little difficult, but again, depends on your lights, what your setup is, what your team composition, what mechs, and of course, good scouting. Very important in all the games. We have Team 1 that are locked in, and they've gone the full 480 tons, so I would say they're not going to be dropping too light. Maybe 3 or 4 Fat Boys. There's, what have we got? Ultimate Ghost, Bonson, and Axis in Alpha Lance, Bravo Lance. We've got Iran, Zeos, Windscape, and Poly. In Harley Lance. Now we just need to wait for the loot dudes to sort their lances out and whatever that is. Got about 4 minutes to go. Did you watch other games in between our casts? I was literally working in. It's bloody nonsense.
Well, I mean, I watched the RJF versus KDCM ones.
Mhm.
Yeah, like Polar was little, which was the second drop, was literally just about caps. But I think it was caps for at least for KDCM was sitting around almost 500 before any mech got killed.
Oh, is the glorious leader Sharaday back from the ether or something? Is capstraps?
But someone was saying in Twitch chat, it's absolutely stunning that RJF got beaten by RL33 strats.
There is a little bit of irony there, is there not?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty good actually. Do like. Well, we just need to wait for Loot to log in. Lock in, I should say, and then we're ready to go. It'll be probably one last bite causing the problems here with those 228 tags. One of the worst teams to ready up in the history of MechWarriors comp. Always the full amount of lobby time. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Every damn cast would run 15, 20 minutes over minimum. You'll know you're doing a 228 Blackwatch game. Every time. But doesn't seem that's going to be the case. These guys are actually sorting
They
themselves
say they're
out
locked.
pretty
Now
quickly.
we just need to actually ready.
Yeah. Forfeit? Oh, I don't think so. I don't know. Can't lock if you're not ready. There we go. Right. Let's get into it then.
Yep.
HPG and Conquestia. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Who's going to have, what are we going to do? 3 or 4 bigs? Oh, bigs when I say bigs, assaults or heavies? Or not? I don't know.
Well, if you look at Loot's match last week against CXF on this map, they're not going to get away with the exact same things as Vent because they're not going to be able to actually just go run a light pack and count on them not paying attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here come the lovely drop ships. I'm on the red side over here, so if you want to go do the blue side before your game won't bug out, mine will.
Mm-hmm. Firestarter, Phoenix Hawk, Mistlinks, Executioner, Annie, Summoner, Vehicle, Black Lantern.
The dropship is really slow on the didn't notice that before. Like it actually drops the mechs off a good 4 or 5 seconds later. Okay. Well, maybe not 4, but a little bit. So on the red team here, Loot, we have a Mad Cat, Supernova, Timberwolf, Firestarter, Phoenix Hawk, Incubus, Black Lantern, and a Viper. Check the builds here. Yeah. Now see our larges, yards, and mediums. Kind of like a little mix going on here.
Oh, look. Basement.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get into the basement nice and easily because this is where the fight is going to be early by the look of it. Loot are diving very, very quickly. But here we come. Here comes the Dragoons as well. Now it is 4 versus 4 at the moment under here. It's going to be hard, and hopefully I don't bugger it up too much. Now Loot being ushered quickly outside here. Running outside the gate. The Dragoons have decided to take underneath, a little bit slow on flipping that cap back, but they have come back to the cap now. And let's get out of the basement and have a look at what's going on up here. So we have Ultimate Ghost here. What is he in? A free ER Summoner moving up very close, actually. Not even anywhere near the wall. That's interesting. We have Ram in an Annihilator all the way back over here. 4 ER Peeps, 2 like Gauss. Oh, and we didn't see the and our ERPPCs, I should say, on the Ponson vehicle. Okay, right.
Oh, and now they're finally sending Polycat back to going
Yeah,
Flip Epsilon.
yeah. I was looking at that. I'm like, Loot has a lot more caps than what they should have, and I realized that FC was not capped at all.
Hmm.
So the Dragoons have bailed from underneath and are all sort of sitting around the middle level exterior. Interesting. There's no one on the wall for Dragoons at all. But Loot, what do we have for Loot here? We have 1, 2, 3 guys on the wall for Loot. Okay, interesting.
The
Yeah, we'll see, wait and
Viper,
see.
Rick Rom in the Timby, in the Madcat Mark II, and G-Man in the Supernova. So Bowser will be obviously just waiting to actually respond to wherever he's needed, while the rest of that Wolfpack just aims to try and dictate the fight.
Bowser has peeps on that.
Well, it's quirked out the wazoo for it.
There we go. Yeah, it is. Yeah, peeps. Yeah, I thought it is. Very, very nicely quirked, actually. So yeah, GRAM is not basically covering that that gamma cap on that corner on the low ground. That makes it, if it gets pushed, going to be a little bit hard to. Oh, going to be kind of isolated a little bit. We've got Kiran here in the just 2 ER peeps, more close rangey stuff. Now, I guess what it is going to be Loot just trying to do the trading here on to this the Dragoons guys, and then at some point make something happen. Not that it's urgent yet, but it will be in about 2 minutes. With the ticket counter certainly going to be in favor of the Dragoons at this rate. Now you can see one last bite here moving over the side. There's a airstrike on the back of GRAM over there. Oh, big arty strike. Ooh, not too bad. Thankfully, I don't have to complain about airstrikes being ridiculously overpowered too much anymore, because they're not. That's good to see. No more instant yeeting of mechs. Very nice.
Oh, come on. You loved it.
No, I didn't. Let's just go there.
You did. You loved it.
Now, Loot diving back underneath again. I feel like this is going to be this backward and forward and backward and forward underneath, inside, outside nonsense all the time. I'm not sure, but Loot unable to cancel the cap here. God, it's hard to cast underneath here. Now everyone's under. We've even got Kiran under here. We've got Bonson. Everyone is diving. Dragoons are diving hard. All of their mechs. Sending all of them under here.
And Magoat, goes down.
Magoat
Hit by 4 mechs from one angle.
I think he got legged under there with all.
And one last bite's legged as well.
Oh yeah, one last bite is definitely legged here. Yep. Dragoons just diving hard. What have they got? 4 mechs? 6 mechs. They have 6 mechs underneath, literally on Theta. Absolutely crazy.
Well, and surely that's the point at which you call, like we're seeing now, for Slip and Derek to go gank GRAM.
Yep. I mean, GRAM is going to be in all sorts of trouble here. He must know they're coming. Yep. Now, how much work can actually get done here or not before the help arrives? There is a fight going on with Magician over there as well, but oh no, Derek is kind of stuck here. What's happening to Derek? One last bite is finished off by Kiran there. Now, GRAM, they really need to finish him off very quickly. They managed to do it. Derek took a lot of damage in the process, but Theos takes out, who was that? Magician.
Theos took out Magician.
And Kiran is quite weak, but we've got some mechs off on the back caps here, you'll notice. We've got Bowser in the Viper.
Look at Rick Rom as well.
Oh, in the Mad Cat, I can't see him.
Oh, yeah. Up on the wall next to Jimmy.
Yep.
Look at the percentages.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Very open torso there on.
Yeah, which is probably why he's jumping off the wall.
Yep. Now, the light pack here is still a lot stronger for the Dragoons. Obviously, they're piling back here towards Gamma. They've got to sort this out. Now they're running away. Oh, Windscape jumps up in the Mistlinks. Is this a good choice at the moment or not? Mistlink's very tanky.
Well, yeah, because they're so focused on him that Zeus is going to get back shots.
Yep. Zeus getting some very good back shots here. Well, probably more leg shots, I guess. Yeah, it is on Slip and Derek here. Bowser is off. Bowser off just doing some wall lurking business around near Epsilon. But it looks like the Dragoons are quite well up here. Slip and Griff is very, very weak here. One shot on the leg. Zeus just diving in here. Not giving up and picks off Slip and Griff. Yep, Slip's leg is gone right there. Bowser is off to go and cap Epsilon here. It's 3 caps at the moment to 2, but the tickets are still in favor of Dragoons.
Does he have a cap accelerator on that thing?
I have no idea.
Look at how quickly
it's
that
pretty
thing's flipping.
quick. Yeah, Gamma's. Hang on, no, not Gamma. What is it? It's Epsilon.
Epsilon.
I don't know. I'd have to ask. I really have no idea because Gamma was flipping really, really fast. On the mislinks there as well. Slippergriff goes down to Polycat there. Got Bowser and Ultimate Ghost having a little bit of a play here. Ultimate Ghost manages to halve Bowser there with the extra. Hang on. No, he's only got 2. I thought he had 3 peeps. There you go. Apparently
You can't
not.
fit 3 peeps on a Viper.
No, sorry, I meant on the Summoner. Sorry, Ultimate Ghost. I thought he had 3. Maybe it was the Vapor Eagle that I looked at before. We do have a fight underneath here with Rick Rom and G-Man trying to do the best they can, but Zeos is harassing there. Polycat is also up high. Derek and Rick Rom have tried to get
Team
Axis.
kills
Oh,
Tim.
what? Kieran team kills Axis? Oh, wow. Right, okay. That's... Oh, geez, he's not going to be happy about that. But at the moment, the Dragoons caps are just up. They've got more mechs. They've got more hit percentages. This is not going to go Lute's way at all. Bonson takes out Derek.
3 caps up at 657.
Yep.
This is game over.
Yep, Zeos takes out Rick Rom, and Windscape finishes off Bowser. There we go. First game of the set to Dragoons. I think saying Dragoons is easy. I don't forget that. All right, damage numbers, mate. Where are we at?
So, Zeos 619 in that Lana. GRAM 436, but he did what he needed to. He anchored the position. Probably for really disappointing ones, yeah, you look at Mago, 55 damage in that Phoenix Hawk, getting caught out very early. One last bite, yeah, he was a capping mech, but still only 65 damage. Even the capping mechs for Dragoons were all over 190 damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. That all in 6 mech all in, 5 mech all in from Dragoons there, diving hard under was pretty crazy actually. Let me flick over to the map strat while I set up the next pile of lobbies here. Do some doodling.
Mm-hmm.
Once I load out of the game. I'll one for loot. Okay. All right. What do we got on the mini map here? Sorry, on the map strat there for HBG. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yep,
HBG.
so just getting, well, that's for 5GDX side.
The colors are backwards. I love it.
Yeah, it just makes more sense to me. So 5GDX sent that 1 mech through C7 through the E6 bridge, which was GRAM and the Annihilator. He acted as basically an anchor. Rushed Vader early and hard. Then at that point pulled out and just responded where they needed to. Sent a single mech backwards to Epsilon, which is Polycat, just almost as an afterthought to make it a free cap. Loot in the meantime played with 3 mechs on the wall, being Viper, the Mad Cat, and the Supernova. They tried going underneath to take Vader. I think they probably should have looked at how quickly they saw that flipping and gone, they probably committed a bunch to us. Let's just wait for them to come out. Like just fighting in the basement in general, I don't know whether it's like at least my experience on the old style HPG was just never a winning proposition, regardless.
Yeah, yeah, that just huge basement dive. Dragoons, that second really, really caught Loot off guard there. I think. Who would have thought you'd have an executioner and an ERPPC Beagle under there, right?
Mm.
Just basically the entire team, pretty much.
Well, it just goes to show the value of if you're going to commit to something, actually commit to it. Don't just do it by halves.
Yeah, well, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, yeah, the executioner basically only had two ER peeps on it, so nice hard and crawly and all that sort of stuff. So that makes sort of sense, I guess. Kind of the multi range bracket build kind of out work. Now, maybe do we flick over to Polar Highlands and draw what might be coming for that one? That is a little quite interesting map as well. All of the big fat remakes. It's no longer the Lerma fields of yore.
Well, at least we know this one's been updated.
Oh yes,
Yep.
nice. Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, actually, yeah, the HPG map was a little bit late there. So far it is 1 win to Dragoons so far out of this 5-match series. What are we going to see on the Polar Highlands? Team 1 being on the Loot side.
Look, we're not going to see them run Clag, unless they're fully committed to, oh, look, whatever, we're done. Like, we're literally just here for rewards. What we might see them do is, given the team's well-known love of long range, basically running a cap strat where they basically just rotate around the map on length. We've seen KDCM doing it last time. Gargoyles, Executioners, things like that. Just running around with peeps and just coordinating fire on anything chasing to leg it.
A few teams do that sort of that cap style, more so on Polar than anything else. I mean, sometimes it works. Sometimes you kind of get holed up in a corner and you're like, uh-oh, we've kind of been corralled into an area of the map because we've had so many people running around capping. Everyone else has kind of lost trades or too much armor, and then you got to kind of play a little bit, I guess, passive in a way.
But what I'm seeing that's not working, and it's been the case for at least 2 or 3 teams now. Team 1's locked, so
Yep.
Team 2 survive.
Yep.
What I'm seeing not work is teams going heavy on the trade, but only like a 1, maybe 2 mix capping at most.
Yeah. Yep.
Because they're sending out their 1 mech to one side and 1 mech to the other side, and that 1 mech almost without fail gets caught out by like a 4-man gank squad.
You've got these hills in this area on the Team 1 side, Team 2 side. We've got sort of these areas. There's another hill all the way out here, as well. So, which is pretty easy to defend Kappa. There is a little bit of a hill over here, on the Gamma side, but Kappa yellow is quite higher in the elevation station side of it. So, I would suspect that one of the teams is going to head towards that area. I've actually seen a few teams go Team 2 at this side of the map and try and control this from the Team 2 side, which is interesting. And when that happens, because you've got sort of Team 1 rolling in generally sort of this direction, if the Team 2 does come across and trying to get up into this direction, you can have a pretty mid-rangey sort of brawly, fighty sort of thing going on here. And because this tower, again, is just so high, you know, mechs running around it, trying to get on left and right angles and all sorts of stuff. From these level of teams, probably not that likely, but I've definitely seen it a few times in the queue. Some of the other games, that sort of that Kappa can be the more focal point of the match, just to dislodge those high mechs out of that sort of Kilo 8 department. But again, wait and see who's going to pull what strategy and what is going to work and what isn't really. Mix and balance and everything changing every month. It's quite interesting. Like, it's always fresh stuff going on, which is good. I like that.
We're locked.
Team 2 is locked. Alrighty, let's not muck around then. No more drawing on the map because they're going to go and fight on the damn thing. That's good.
We're going to have a half an hour until the other match starts.
Yep, so don't forget, guys, there is another match on MWO Leagues 2 that will be starting in about half an hour. And I forget who it is.
It's First Jaguar Dragoons.
Oh, yeah.
First Jaguar Guard, sorry, against GNX.
Yep. Yeah, we do have more casts later on today as well, in about 4 hours or something like that. There's 228. I think we've got CXF coming.
There's 228 versus DPS and CXF versus Sky Rangers. And then the winner of that Sky Rangers and CXF match goes on to face off against KDCM.
One last thing that should be on the NA servers, but I mean, that's not what's in the rules in the ticket, so. Oh, when I say the rules, says the ticket. One last thing saying it should be on the US server, the NA server, not the EU in the chat there. No.
Yeah. Both teams did agree on the ticket to play on NA.
Oh, did they? I must have misread it.
Yeah.
What I get for reading lives post. So we got TPCs, Gargoyle, aggressive, fairly. Oh, it seems a fairly aggressive push here from Dragoons.
Also, it's a pretty similar deck for loot compared to what they had last time.
Get over here. So yeah, we got the Stormcrow, Phoenix Hawk, Executioner, Firestarter, Marauder, to Sea Gargoyle, Mistlings, and Black Lantern. Yeah, this is a hyper aggro push here.
Enemy forces have Sigma.
Hyper aggro push. Pulse. Oh, I can't see what's on. I'll come back to the loot mechs in a second for their loadouts. We've got a very, very early scrap here on Theta. This could be dangerous because Dragoons are going to have a lot. If loot overcommit here, they are going to be in all sorts of trouble very, very fast. Derek going a little bit too far here, getting a good shoot up the bum, nearly losing a leg from well overcommitting there. Chasing Polycats. Now, just checking what the other mechs here. We got on large. Got ER large, Gauss, ER large, and lots of ER large. So we've basically got loot who are pretty much long range and Dragoons who, well, they aren't really long range at all. So I feel like this is going to be a push coming from Dragoons. I mean, they don't have to, but I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. They've got strong control over Theta here right now. Very strong control. They're all sort of balling up here. Oh, and here it comes. Dragoons are moving around the side here. Is Loot going to spot this or not?
Yep.
Yep, I think they've spotted it now. Surely they must have spotted it now. And how now? Well, basically, how do they respond, I guess? Because Loot have 2 caps. What is it? Dragoons have 2 caps, so there's not really a cap pressure or problem in this department yet. Loot sort of all rotating around a little bit, getting slightly different firing lines. Needing a little bit of fire, not too bad. Oh no, Zio's going in completely on his own. Oh, what is Zio's doing? He's just nowhere near anybody else.
Go, Swan Dive.
Wow.
Rest of 5 JDX desperately trying to push in.
One last is trying to leg the Stormcrow, gets him, but it's a lot of damage here. And now it's just going to come down to focus fire because Dragoons did not take out the Stormcrow quick enough. And now how do they deal with it? Oh, no, this is a scrappy fight here now. Oh, man, this is going to be really, really hard to call here.
You mean Luke took out the Stormcrow?
Sorry, yep.
But look at Rick Rom and
Rick Rom
Magician.
getting eaten alive here right now. Absolutely eaten alive. So G-Ram gets Magician, Windscape gets down Rick Rom, Bowser finishes off Zeos. They're on Kiran here as well. Derek gets Kiran. Oh dear me, this is a scrappy fight.
And Derek's legged and about to go down.
Yep, Derek is definitely legged. G-Ram is sort of, I think he's dying here. He's just trying to shield. G-Man's working him as hard as he can. Ultimate Ghost finishes off McGoat here. Bonson finishes off one last bite there in the Incubus. I'm going to say this is going to go to Dragoons at this point. They've managed to get all within range and just eventually get in there. I mean, Stormcrow should have died a lot earlier and kind of didn't. Then one last cost himself a little bit of armor in the end, trying to kill him off. But yeah, I'd say this is going Dragoon's way because they still have a Mistlinks. G-Ram finishes off G-Man there. They got a Phoenix Hawk. So there are some pretty weak mechs. Bonson's still, I mean, he's low, but he's not. G-Ram, one more shot would have finished him off because he has no structure anywhere at all. Flip is trying his best. Bowser does finish off G-Ram there in the end. Yeah, he was basically one touch. Slip could take out Windscape here. Look how fresh Slip is or not. Oh no, Slip's legs are basically done. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think Bowser's trying to come over here and help get rid of Windscape. Oh, geez. This is going to be an interesting game if Loot can get another kill off here. I'm not sure they can, though.
Well, and the thing is, like, you look at, while they're doing that, 5GDX are going, okay, well, we're just going to cap and, win the game by that.
Yep, Cap is being flipped. Epsilon is now being flipped. Loot looking a little bit rough today. Dragoons, after a reasonable CompQ performance, are definitely bringing out show-stopping performance today. Very, very, very solid.
Look, I think it just drives home the importance of actually doing scrims as well.
Very true.
Regardless of whether internal or external, like a scrim is a really good opportunity to test out your strats before you actually bring them into a real-life situation.
Yep, now 4 cap here for Dragoons. And Slip is going to try and, what is this, Sigma over here. Bowser is running and trying to work Ultimate Ghost. Oh no, Ultimate Ghost pretty much fresh. Not going to be much you're going to be able to do to him.
We've captured resource point Sigma.
Well, I mean, he could. This is going to take a while. Yeah, so now a solid 4 cap here for Dragoons. And yeah, just not spotting that push, or maybe not having enough DPS to absorb the push is probably more the issue. I think they knew it was coming. It just didn't have enough DPS to do much about it. Oh, and I think that is Bowser legged. Yep, that is Bowser has been legged there by Ultimate Ghost. To juke it out. He only got his torso. No, he hasn't. Quite still. Yeah, Artie Strike in the middle of nowhere. I'm not sure what's going on there. But while those two are playing over there, let's have a look at Slip, who's about to get manhandled here by 2 of the Dragoons mechs. Oh, he doesn't look in very good condition now at all. Oh, he's legged. Oh, Slip is legged. Right, I see. And Axis finishes off Slip there. Go back over to this fight with Bowser and
kills off Ghost.
And Bowser manages to finish off Ultimate Ghost there with nothing, really. He's got no mech left. He's at 27%. Took both torsos on Ultimate Ghosts in a mech that was comparatively fresh to his opponent. And now he's...
it's kind of like the Black Knight, shouting at people, "'Tis only a flesh wound."
Yeah, that's true. When you look at Bowser's mech, it's completely... I mean, it's so weak on the leg that the game thinks that he's actually legged. Like both legs. He should be dead according to the game, apparently. But I think Bonson's about to come in here and finish that off. One more shot, surely. Oh, there we go. No, his legs reappeared.
The enemy has captured
Bowser has regenerating legs on the Viper, apparently. used to meet. And so, Jaguar 5th.
Dragoons, just call them Dragoons.
Yeah, Dragoons, yes, have taken out the drop there. 2-0 to loot. And you want to run through some damage numbers here?
Yeah, so look through on the loot side. Bowser, 718 damage in that Viper.
Lots of work.
How much of that was, farming Ultimate Ghost?
Probably about 300.
Yeah. One last bite, 421 in the Incubus. Griff, I'll slip 473 in the Firestarter. Mags got caught out very early in that linebacker for only 96 damage.
Yep. Very early, actually.
Same thing with Rick Rom, like 174 in that Madcap Mark II. Just I don't think they were ready for the quick and decisive push for Dragoons put off. Even Zeoz, he only did 278 damage, but because it took so long to kill him off, it meant they couldn't respond to the rest of the push and inflict even more damage for free while they were on the approach.
Indeed. Right, I'll flick over to the map strat, and you can draw some stuff on there while I move all of these dudes around. Yep. All right, what are we gonna? Oh yeah.
So Dragoons really took a decisive straight path to Fader and pushed as a cohesive whole as fast as possible. After that, they pushed up that HA ridge straight into loot before sending a couple of mechs down towards Kappa, which was where the fights against Griff and Bowser finished off.
Yeah, it kind of end up on the opposite side of the map, rather than the Kappa side. Oh, sorry, no, I got it wrong. Gamma's the high ground. I got it backwards. Uh-oh.
Yeah, like loot for their path had a couple of mechs go up through IA early, which was Derek, one last bite. The rest of the mechs moved up around Hotel 7 ridgeline to try and provide overwatch. Problem was, as you said, Derek really overcommitted early, too far, and when he saw one mech there, really should assume you're going to be seeing about 3 or 4 when it comes to Dragoons, especially at this point.
Yeah, I think
by the time he pulled back, he'd lost about, I think, 27-28% health.
Yeah, on Derek, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost about 20%, I think, in that early scrap, just chasing Polycat, just going just getting a little bit. I mean, timing wise, you can't, you got to know that they're going to be there for you by that point, right? And then just ate a little bit, ate a good shot. I think it was nearly open leg already after that scrap, and that's pretty important when you've got the Dragoons who are doing this sort of doing that aggro sort of push, having all the armor that you could have on your mech is very advantageous.
And if you look at what Decarius is saying in Twitch chat at the moment, he's basically saying what we just said about as far as Zeus goes. Like, he pushed in to stall out their fade.
Maybe. I reckon Zeus just went a bit Zeus.
Yeah.
Probably went a little bit too far too early, I think.
Oh, look, like you ask him now, he'll be saying, "Oh no, I absolutely planned that.
Sure
absolutely planned it."
Yeah, master play. I'm sure.
But, the other thing that Zeus will say to you is, "Oh yeah, do you want to come play Total War Warhammer?"
Oh dear, too funny. All right, well, let's look over to mining collective, shall we? And have a little bit of a draw on the map here, because we're going to need Loot are going to have to do a lot of work now and win the next 3 games.
Oh, do you want me to make sure I tell teams 5 minutes?
I've already told them. I'm still waiting. I've just got a minute and a half left.
Okay.
Yep. Got my little clock running. Yeah, team 1 for loot and team 2 for dragoons.
Oof. Just have a look through. I would probably anticipate they'll play with that Viper around D3 and have that being used for the cakes.
Hmm.
With only one mech being an alpha, I would assume that Slip will be in something light or medium. That's usually what you see him in.
Yep.
Maybe even pulling something big brain like going onto the satellite dish.
Locked in. Okay. Yeah, so Alpha Lands for maybe a satellite dish. Yeah, I'd say definitely sorting out Gamma pretty early is obviously the aim there, and then yeah, pretty heavy. I'll flick over just quickly. Pretty heavy in Bravo and Charlie there for loot. So I'll go back to the map strat. What do we think we're going to see then with a Bravo sort of Charlie setup here?
I think Bravo, they're going to have to go either all up around cupcakes and just try and pummel them on the basis of they're probably thinking, well, they're going to try taking Vader early as a mass group. Probably looking at what was done by JGX in last year's finals and going, well, they're probably going to try and do something similar. But are they going to leave themselves open in the process to, oh, okay, maybe they're going to all rush down Bravo line? It's the benefit of being team one. Like, you can set your strat, and then when you see lance placements, at least on mining, you got a pretty good idea of what they're going to do based on what lances they stack heavy. If they're team two and stacking Charlie heavy, okay, well, they're going to have most of their body pushing straight across the fader. They're not going to really be bothering about the sides in the massive numbers.
Yeah. What do you think from team 2 side? So they're starting to set up here with Graham in Alpha, who's usually in Fat Boys. And they're already locked. And then they're Bravo Charlie, actually, mostly as well. Ooh, these guys are just going to crash into each other here.
No, I think, Charlie side from Loot, you'll probably see him sit around like E3 sort of line and just try and control around Fader. You can't just rush Fader head first from team one side because you've got no visibility of it from that wall. You're more likely to see Slip go up around the satellite or onto that ridge right around the border of E3, E4 and control Fader that way by just ER lasering it. I mean, we'll see what I say, or what I've got to say in a second, and whether I'm right or whether I'm completely full of it.
I was just thinking, well, we're not too far off from finding out exactly how this is going to go down. All right, I'm on the red side. Wait for these lovely drop chips to deliver package. Then I'll come down and have a look at the builds on your side. What do we got?
You're on the red side, you said, or?
No, I'm on the red side. So I got a pretty aggro here. We got Arctic Wolf, Direwolf, Nova, Mislinks, Supernova, Firestarter, Shadowcat, and a Executioner.
Yep, Firestarter. So, yeah, Slip's not going on satellite dish. She's just going straight for the cap.
Indian Pulse on the Arctic Wolf. Oh, that's interesting. Ultimate Ghost in Gauss ER Large Death Box. And for loot, we have a Jenna Fury, Linebacker, Supernova, Black Lana, Phoenix Hawk, Deathstrike, Firestarter, and Stormcrow.
Look, one thing with a Fury is that it's got reasonably high amounts on those ER larges, but you still have to expose the entire CT in order to be able to make use of it.
Yeah, lots of ER Large here again for loot. But a bit more of an aggro pack in some ways as well. Oh no, even ER Large on the Stormcrow here too. So we have overlay. we have here a 3-cap to Dragoons and when I say a 3-cap, a slither of a 3-cap. They're not really, they've only really nudged Sigma quite heavily at the moment.
True, but you look at where they're positioned and where their supporting mix are, and they've got overlapping lines on Theta.
Yep. Definitely are not letting Theta go anytime soon. Now, I think it's going to be a little bit of just sit and wait for the next 30 seconds to a minute. They're electing to try and cap as much as they can here. Windscape taking a little bit of damage, trying to push up that bar on Theta there for Dragoons. But one last bite is, he's watching what's going on. He's just keeping an eye on him. Got, oh, here's a shadow. Oh, gee.
I mean, I would have sent, first I would have sent Slip over to go and grab Epsilon.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really to stop him going out there. I mean, the G-Ram is here, but I mean, that's it. There isn't anything out this side. I think of, you know what? They've read your mind.
Yeah.
Yep, they've read your mind. That's exactly what it is. So it took about an extra 10 seconds, but we see what the others do not.
Well, to be fair, yeah, we're also looking top down, right?
Oh, exactly. We can see things that nobody else can see.
But, was that merely them feinting to try and pull out G-Ram?
I mean, perhaps we've got Ultimate Ghost here who sort of moved up along these, I don't know what, silos, I guess, or water storage containers. And now the sort of the split where the top and down.
Polly, Bonson, and Temp all moving along.
Yep.
They're all moving towards Cakes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just watching that movement at the moment. It's kind of the top bottom split of the map. This is sort of what happens on mining a lot as teams sort of.
Like, I'm going to put money on them sending Windscape over to go and flip that cap.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, Windscape should already be on the way to Kappa, which he is. No surprise there at all. But again, this movement does then allow Theta, and this is what happens when you flip the other side of the map. Again, this then allows you to maybe flip Theta, but you got the Direwolf in the positions, kind of stopping it from happening. So got just everyone just sort of trading around here. Loot just trying to find an angle, trying to make something happen. Tickets are starting to get away. When you get a fast 3-cap on a map like mining in the early parts of the game, you can start to end up. Now, Magician has just pressed the W key here on his linebacker. Not sure, maybe he slipped on the keyboard or something, but he went full W over and peeked into 3 or 4 mechs there and really ate a pile of shit for his efforts. That was not good. That was not good. And you see Loot here trying to work the angle. Going to work the angle here on the left side. Well, depends. It might be the right side, depending on how you look at it, of course. But they're trying, I mean, the Direwolf, actually, when I think about it, the Direwolf and Supernova are actually on the far side of the map for Dragoon. So maybe this is Loot's strategy here now is, well, if the two big boys can't shoot, can't get angles, well, we'll just go and push everybody out of the map. I don't know if it's going to work right now, but we'll see. We've got Rick Rom over here, who's not going to win his trades against ER larges necessarily, especially with some ER mediums there. Johnson, he looks down at 66%, but he's actually pretty fresh, really, overall. Just very well spread damage over there. And Dragoon's now 100 tickets up, over 100 tickets in Dragoon's favor. Loot kind of locked into the back corner of the map here a little bit. Trying to trade off. Bowser's crossed over here, but Dragoons, I feel like Dragoons are sensing something here. They're all balled up once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are all really, really tied up together here. Have a look at the overall. Loot are starting to move up. They know that they have to do something really, really soon. It's now 500 tickets to 368. Oh, Rigrom! It's a pile of PPCs there. Now, it's this sort of fight over cakes here. Jump jets, no jump jets. It's kind of all over the place here. I feel like Dragoons want to make something happen, but well, they kind of know they don't need to either. Well, it's like
there's probably someone calling for blood and someone saying, guys, we're already so far up on caps. Let them come to us.
Yeah, it definitely feels like there's a little bit of confusion going on here. Now, Loot are getting aggressive and going in. There's a fight here. They're on Zeos really, really quickly. They're not mucking around. They legged him and taking him out of the game. Bonson gets G-Man though. Zeos does go down.
One last about to go down.
Yep, one last is about to go down
Yep.
there. Windscape finishes him off. Bonza gets taken out there by Magician. Axis actually blows himself up. Okay, mashing the cool shot button. Maybe it didn't work. Maybe he didn't have one spare. I don't know. Windscape up here is trying to put a number on Rickrom, and GRAM is trying to do the best he can over the back here as well. But yeah, don't forget, you've got Ultimate Ghost up there. You've also got Kiran. So the guys are going to have to be careful on the loot team here, not to overextend into that. Rickrom.
Oh, and the other thing is it's 650 points at this point.
Oh, yeah, it is,
All,
yep.
all Dragoons need to do is just, stretch this out and GG.
Yep, pretty much. And that's what GRAM is doing. GRAM is off to go and do some capping. Polycat is also off to do some capping. I reckon Loot is not going to be able to pull this off.
Agree.
I do not think this is recoverable at this point. Looking at a fight here on Theta, and I can't do it. All the caps are falling really, really fast. Yep, there is no way this is not going to end in Dragoon's favor, and they're going to take out the series 3-0.
And in fact, 10 minutes early. So we can let the guys know that they can launch on Leagues 1 instead of Leagues 2.
Oh, with the delay and everything? Maybe. It's seven or 8 minutes delay, so that might not actually work. Probably don't tell them that, actually. I'll just raid them. It'll be easier by the time we finish up here.
Yeah, true.
And there we go. Dragoons take it out. 3-0 against Loot. As we said at the very start of the cast, has a lot of practice versus no practice and basically coming in off skill, going to work or not. Do we have an answer
that's
there?
that question about hard work beating talent.
All right, run through some damage numbers. Oh, wow.
Wow. So Bowser, 780 damage in that Stormcrow. Rickrom, 442 in the Death Strike. On the Dragoon side, very even damage numbers. Like Kieran's the only one with relatively high damage in that Supernova at 577. Bonson, 441 in the Executioner. Ghost literally just sitting there tapping anything that went across Vader, 516. The rest of the team all at 230 or greater.
Yep. Yeah, Magician. He must have W keyed or something by accident because he went well over the ridge into the enemy rather than going the other way. That hurt. That was a good 30-40%, I think. All right, gonna do some map strat quickly. For that one, if you want to do some drawing, and that will round out the cast here. And then that way we can raid the other guys because they should be up and running for their games.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I was going to just update the result in tournament quickly, but that's cool.
Yeah,
We'll
do
do
some quick
that
map strat, and then we can do tournament.
So we're very much off the mark as far as the satellite dish stuff goes. Griffin, Alpha Lance literally just went straight for Gamma, and then from there moved towards the main body.
We were completely off. Completely off with that.
So those were movements of Luke by and large, like with that one movement from Alpha going to grab Gamma and then moving over to the main body. Then from there heading towards E4. He and McGoat flirted with the idea of going for Epsilon, decided no, we're literally just going to be taking a cap with no ability to support the rest of the team. We'll just, move back to them first. One last bite, along with a couple others, going over, Derek, went over to Kappa, grabbed that early, moved back to the team. Taking the Incubus, I think, the Incubus has really nice mounts. It's got a high top speed, but on a map like this, you've got to have that ability to go vertical. Just not having jump jets is too much punishment. Sorry, he was taking the Jenna Fury this time around.
Yep.
But similar sort of thing, massive CT hitbox. I would have actually thought, mislinks would maybe have been better.
Actually, just drawing Ultimate Ghost sort of movement here. I think he kind of went around here in the dial or something like this. I didn't see it. Kind of saw it just moving off the side of the map.
He was using the refinery for cover because you can literally sit up there and have sightlines straight on the photo, but not have to worry about anyone coming up through, like, at least until they come literally in front of you, being able to get sightlines against you.
Yep. Yeah, definitely get some good sight lines, but yeah, no one's really going to be able to shoot back at you from, especially in this region where if the team one side is playing any more range, they're sort of not going to be doing it as much. So yeah, very interesting. Well, that rounds out the cast for us because we have the next one starting up in, well, to be honest, by the time this one finishes. So thank you guys for joining us. We will be back. Well, I'll be back this afternoon. I think about 4 hours. And we will raid you guys over to the next bunch in a few minutes. Di, thanks for joining me again, mate. Appreciate you getting up real early this morning.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I'll be back in a few hours. And yeah, there'll be plenty more MWO Cop action to come. Thank you guys, and we will see you later on.
Cheers, guys.